An uncut piece of fabric has endless possibilities. It is thousands of things all at once. As soon as you cut into it, as soon as you cut it into pattern pieces and sew it up, it is just one thing. It can be really hard to choose what to do with a piece of fabric when you see so many possibilities in it. And no matter what you turn it into, even if it turns out great, it will only ever be that thing. It's no longer this magical piece of fabric holding all these possibilities. That is something that mentally holds me back from getting started on a sewing project. But if you never cut into your fabric, it will never be anything. At some point, you just have to make a decision. I think there's a metaphor for life in there. Every decision closes some doors, but if you don't make any decisions, you'll never do anything. On a practical level, some questions that I ask myself when looking at a piece of fabric are, what am I most excited to sew with it? And what could I sew that I would wear the most? If the answers to those two questions are the same, then perfect. I know what I'm going to sew. If they're different, then I have to figure out what I want to prioritize in that project. Often I'll have fabric sitting on my shelf for a long time because I can't decide what to do with it. I've learned that it's better to buy fabric with a particular project in mind rather than buying fabric just because I like it and hoping that I'll figure out what to do with it later. For me, it works better that way, so I've made that shift in how I buy fabric. When you're shopping, it's easy to buy things because they look nice in the moment, or because something is on sale, or because one thing looks better than all of the other things that you're comparing it to. Shopping often feels like making quick decisions and making the best of what's on offer. But you can end up collecting a lot of pieces that don't feel cohesive and that you might not end up wearing as often as you thought you would. When you sew your own clothes, it forces you to think differently about clothing. Because you're going to be putting hours into creating a garment, there's much more of an incentive to be intentional with your choices. What I've noticed is that I put a lot of thought into fiber content, color choices, and making sure that whatever I'm sewing is something that I'm going to get a lot of use out of. I think these are things we should all take into consideration when building our wardrobes, because clothing shouldn't be this disposable, throwaway item that it has become in our society. When you spend time making your own clothes, it changes how you feel about the value of clothing. All of the work that goes into it, all of the skills that you have to build up, the cost of materials. It makes me see the value in taking care of these pieces, fixing them when they get holes, and making sure that they last as long as possible. Sewing keeps my mind active. It challenges me to solve problems. It engages a part of my brain that nothing else does. There's something about constructing a real, physical item in 3 dimensions that challenges my creativity in the best way. I love trying to work out how to do things that I don't know how to do. If I'm partway through a sewing project, I'll end up thinking about it at night or even dreaming about how I'm going to finish it. It's like putting together a puzzle, and it's incredibly fun to be challenged by a project. Almost every time I estimate how long it will take to complete a project, it ends up taking longer. I think part of the reason that I consistently underestimate sewing time is because I enjoy the process so much. I get so into the flow of doing it that it doesn't feel like much time has gone by. I can also look at a project and see all of the different steps that I need to do to accomplish it, and each one feels small and manageable. I think the great thing about being able to delude yourself like this is that it allows you to take on big projects without feeling overwhelmed by them. And for me, sewing isn't about rushing or getting it done quickly. It's about creating the best quality item that I can. New sewing techniques are usually easier to learn than they appear. Things that look or sound complicated are often pretty simple once you actually do them. I know that things like installing zippers can be pretty scary to people who are new to sewing. The key to learning any new technique is finding a really good video tutorial if you like to learn that way, or having really good written or illustrated instructions. I remember being so delighted when I first learned the burrito method. It feels like the most counterintuitive thing, and then you pull it out and it's like you've just done a magic trick. There are so many little things in sewing that kind of feel like magic. I love learning new techniques and incorporating them into my projects. There are so many different ways to do seams. There are so many different ways to line a garment. There are all of these little tricks that you can amass in your head, and then you have them at the ready when you need them. Usually there isn't a wrong way of doing something. There's just several different ways. And when you know a lot of techniques, you can figure out which one will work best for your project. Sewing takes place in the real world. It can be a great way to get away from distractions, spend less time on screens, and gain back more focused attention. But it can also be easy to spend a lot of time online searching for inspiration. You can spend hours scrolling, looking for project ideas instead of actually making something. Sewing has made me aware of the fact that we are very saturated with inspiration and ideas and things that look nice online. I've saved hundreds of images on Pinterest, but I created a folder called Things I Intend to Make, and it has very few items in it. There are a lot of things that I like the look of aesthetically, and that I might take a bit of inspiration from, but when I really evaluate whether it's something I actually want to sew, it isn't. I think there's value in being able to see what other people are making and being inspired by them. We just have to be intentional about how much time we spend consuming inspiration versus how much time we spend making things. Finally, sewing has taught me that I can be free from the stress of shopping. I used to hate shopping for clothes. I would always feel really yucky after doing it. It felt like no matter what I was looking for, even if it was the simplest pair of pants, I could not find what I was looking for. And it's so frustrating because it seems like there are so many different options, right? You're surrounded by all of these stores. Each store is full of clothing, so why can't you find what you want? The thing is, all of these stores are chasing the same trends at the same time. They're using the same color palettes, they're using the same styles. You are so limited by what they're offering. And for me, what they were offering just didn't usually feel right. With sewing, you're not limited to the choices that are out there. You can create exactly what you want. And when you're good at sewing, the quality of the items you make are often much better than what you can find in stores. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more sewing videos like this one. Let me know in the comments what you've learned from sewing, and I'll see you next time. Bye!